Hi there, traders. This is Currency Watch. This is going to be an interesting one. We're going to go through the yen setups because I have a feeling there's a big move cup brewing in the Great Britain JP. I mean, in the yen crosses in the near term. And as I showed you yesterday, I've come up with charts for all the pairs: New Zealand, Aussie, Great Britain, Euro, and I think even the CAD JPY. I used to trade the yens quite a bit, especially last year, and actually going back to 2012. And that has just tapered off now with the slowing of the yen as of late. But if we do get a move, and I think there's a chance we do get something going on here, because there is trouble with Abenomics, just because the consumer confidence is decreasing and so forth, and there's just basically the consumer is losing faith with the new, especially with the tax increase that they just had, in the overall ability of Abenomics to break the pair out of deflation. And if that is the case, then shouldn't we see a little bit of a retrace of the move higher in the yen? I guess actually the move lower in the yen. That would just seem to be the what I would be expecting if with that pair, and if that is the case, we'll have a break in the USD JPY below the 101 level, and then we have a continued move lower. Now, I could be completely wrong, but if we look at the charts, and the Great Britain JPY did prove me to be incorrect, but I think that was more of a catalyst of not the USD JPY, but rather the Great Britain JPY, and people are using the using the yen as its trading partner in the spot market for the Great Britain USD, with a little bit more actually was just, I guess, a better setup with the trend line and the pair moving up to the Great Britain moving up to that 168.20 resistance level for the third time, and also with the data that came out this morning. Anyways, that's neither here nor there. Let's go check out the perimeters and see what we have as an opportunity to do, because there's not that many decisions to make. Sometimes you can sit here and stare at these things and think, oh my gosh, what do I do? What do I do? The decisions are there for you on the chart. You just need to execute. Let's look at the Euro USD. Still in that trade, long from 138.20. Not much to do in this cross. Basically, I get shut out if the pair goes down below 137. I don't remember if it was 75 or 76. The trade will shut up. But until this point, just holding the trade. This is not a very nice daily candle that we have here. But until we got to continue to push higher, if we can fill that back gap at 136, 62, 82. If we can fill that gap, if we can fill this push higher, then we could see a continued push towards that 139.65, 140 level. We'll have to see. If it does get closed out here, then we're right back into the old range, and we could see a push back down towards the 50 fib of the entire move Friday. There's a lot of support here. The entire move last week, you could see a push down towards, which actually looks like we already did test once, the 50 fib of this move at 137. Actually, that's around 137.85 is the level to watch. And then we haven't actually made it down today. We made it pretty close yesterday. We'll have to see. Right now, right here, we're right back around 138.20. This is where the pair seems very comfortable. And there's no decision, so we just have to follow that out, follow the execution. The USD Swiss franc, same thing. We can see on this cross we have a move back. The only move we can have in this pair trade, if we really wanted to make a trade, would be with a break higher, and then you could ride the trend higher back towards the 89.50 level, and that would actually only coincide if something strange happens with the euro. What I would be watching this pair is if we do get a push to this 50 fib at 88.45. That's where I could decide if I want to go short and look for a push lower, just for the retrace of this move, or if we get a break of either one of these ranges, 86.95 and 89.50. I know this is a big range. I know it's a big range, but that's just what you have to do in this pair, because it has been a chop fest of left after being actually being incredible last year, and just for the last January, we had a nice few 100 pip plus moves, but it did reverse back onto that. The Great Britain USD, I like this trade. I like this setup. The strength of this pair is nice. What I would want to see, though, is a break of this 168.30 level. Don't know why I have 20 there. 168.20 level. Now I don't know why I have 30 there. Let's say we get a break of that range, then we could be off to the races. First level being the 170 level. I don't know if we're going to get it here. This is the third test. 1, 2, 3. We could get a bounce back down to the trend line. We get a bounce to the trend line. Boom. Look for a push higher. Break that trend line. All bets are off. We could be on to the downside. Down to the downside. So our only choices here are very simple. Break of the 168.20. then try to stack into the trade. Hopefully we get that tomorrow, or break up bound to this trend line. Then we can make a decision to go short or long at that point. Now these are the more interesting setups. The Great Britain odd and Great Britain JPY. If we look this on a daily, yesterday I showed that there was a break of the both ranges. I'll just draw them up here for you really quick. We had a short-term trend line support right there. Pair broke that. That looked nice. Bam. Oh, shit, could get in right there. But I saw this range, and if we run a trend line all the way back up to what is that, March 3rd, run that down there, you can see it just broke out of the range this morning. And now the question is, what's going to happen here? This pair has been a bitch to trade as of late. We're going to see if we get a we don't even need that anymore. That's out of context. I have an order to that's the wrong pair, Great Britain JPY. On this pair, I have no standing order at this point because I'm going to wait for a clear break of this one. Actually, it's going to be 180. I have a real feeling we're going to chop along on this pair right now for a little bit of consolidation, similar to what we had right here in March, just because it has been a little bit of whipsaw, and we're going to have to see. The only thing that's going to break this out is if we get a move up in the Great Britain and the Oz doesn't hold that 93 level. The Great Britain JPY, on the other hand, this trade straight up, we had a break of the range. It looked nice. I saw this last night, actually. I thought I was going to jump into this morning, and I was looking for a pullback towards right about here, probably around 170.50 to jump in this pair. Well, hell, I did not do that right. No reason to scream over the sour milk, spilt milk there, though. Right now, right here, the pair is still above this 170, 160 level. Looking for a pullback. I think I said to the 170, 130 with the stop. Yeah, right here, 170.80. I don't know why that's not on the chart, but that's the plan right now. Any move to the 170, 130 level, we'll be more than happy to go along this pair. Looking for a continued push higher, risking 50 fibs, and we could get all the way up to that 173.50 level. But you have to remember, in the Great Britain JPY, 300 pips is your max move. That's what you're looking for. So what we're going to do right here, right now, is just sitting. Like I said, there's can't overthink these things. So right now we are either looking for a break of the 172, continue push higher, or a spike lower at 171.6 to the 171.30 level, and then we'll jump into that. So right now, right here, just a lot of holding the Euro trade, open trade offer in the Great Britain JPY. Now, if you want to stick with it, we're going to go through the other layouts in the majors. Let's go through the JPY crosses because I just did these and it might be interesting. First off, I'll look at the USD JPY getting a bit of bounce off trend line support at 101, 101.60. And we had that trend line. It looked like it was going to break it, and we had the resistance level. There's a lot of nice trade, lot of nice resistance. Support there. A nice break, push high. I'm not sure if we're going to get any momentum on this push higher. We'll have to see. This could also be, a little bit of a rebuttal with the stock market rebounding somewhat. Well, rebounding nicely over the last few days. So we'll have to see what we get here. But this isn't the pair I'm as interested in. Let's go through the other yens, the yen crosses. New Zealand JPY. This is a perfect setup. The pair broke the ascending trend line. It is sitting, tinkering with this 88, 87.50 level. We get a break of this range right here. Boom, we could be off. And the first level you would look for would be the 86, and then the 50 fib from this entire move higher, which gets you around 85.75, which is actually pretty close to the 86. So we'll have to watch these reversals here for an opportunity, definitely, to jump into these. Jump into New Zealand JPY, and also the Canadian JPY. Not as nice of a setup, but let's just go through all these. You can see, look how perfectly these trades are, these lines up and down. That's obviously due to the CAD, but you can see right now the pair has moved down, sitting right at the 50 fib of this move. So we'll see 92.50, get a break, could see a move up to the 92 level. So we're just going to watch that, and this is going to be the do or die line, the 92.50. The odd JPY, a little more interesting, obviously, just because it is in a perfect channel going higher and is supported by the 95 level. Get a break of this 96, as I said, you can get a push up to 97, you get a break of 95, then you can get a push down to 93. So there is a nice clean setup there to keep our eyes on, and we've got opportunities to play to either side of the channel over the short term. Euro is pushing up right now, so play it over the short term. The Euro JPY, we already went over that. actually we didn't. Sitting in a range, nice wedge, very similar to the Great Britain JPY, both sitting in a wedge. We're just getting lower. We're going to get a break one way or the other in this pair relatively soon, and that's the breakout I'm looking and hoping to play. Let's just go through the others. I know this is a bit of a long one, but if you guys want to listen, feel free. Let's just take a look at the other pairs, and sometimes it's easier to look at these things on the daily. Great Britain USD, you can see just a nice daily chart sitting right there at resistance. The Euro USD, nice, trying to get a rebound here. Need to cycle higher above 139, then I will be happy. The Aussie, now this is one we haven't really spoken about, this 94.50. Any move down the 93 could catch fire. We catch a fire at 93, then we could push higher through the 94.50, 95 level. New Zealand, this thing has been a chop fest lately, and you can see that we are still making higher highs and lower lows, so higher lows. So the pair has the ability and the momentum maybe to continue to push higher. That's it. We've gone through everything. Hopefully that was pretty interesting. So pretty clear cut the setups we have. We just need to keep the game. And the Great Britain JPY, we'll see if the trade comes back to us. If it doesn't, fuck it. We'll catch it on the top. On the push through the 172. All right, everybody. Have a great day. Talk to you.